welcome to Engineering Influence, a podcast from the American Council of Engineering Companies. We're coming to you live from our annual convention and legislative summit in Washington, D.C. at the Grand Hyatt. I'm pleased to be joined today by Adam Rickey, the chair for CAMI, and Billy Austin, ASHRAE fellow from Schultz Engineering. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's great. So, Adam, I know we spoke, I believe it was at the fall conference, right? You had just started your tenure as the chair for CAMI, which is, so our viewers and listeners know, it's the Coalition of American Mechanical and Electrical Engineers. How's the year going? Has it been great so far?
So far, so good. We've had a great year, had a lot of accomplishments. One of them being with ASHRAE. We signed an MOU with them, so that was exciting this year. We've also had a lot of good education sessions, helping our members with risk and just the business of the business. We've also been expanding members, so membership drive has been an important part of what we're doing.
Right. Okay, great. That's great to hear. The membership of understanding is also a fantastic piece. It's great to bring ASHRAE into the fold. Is there any specifically, I know you talk about everything that's happened over the past year, any specific highlights that you want to call out?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a lot of good education sessions this year. We've helped on zero emissions in the mobility sector, so that's a lot with all the rules and regulations that have been going on with energy, along with all the tax credits. We've also been working hand in hand with our energy committee at ACEC, so that's been great working with them from an advocacy standpoint, along with the risks that are in that field. We've also had a release of an electronic document talking specifically about the transference of data files. So with AI coming on, pushing hot and heavy into our industry, along with just the sharing of files in general, intellectual property,
right,
and everything that revolves around that.
Mm-hmm.
We've been helping our members navigate those waters.
Gotcha. And important waters, right? I mean, that's something that we really need to focus on as an industry and make sure that we have the solutions for what's happening and mitigate any risk. So I know one of the strategic goals for CAMI has been to collaborate with other industry associations, organizations, and I know we have with us Billy from ASHRAE, Billy Austin from Schultz Engineering, a fellow of ASHRAE. I just want to welcome you to the show. I know I already did. I'm going to welcome you one more time and just tell us about ASHRAE. Give us an overview, a download for those that aren't familiar with it.
Sure. Thanks, Chris and Adam, and thanks for having me here. This is my second year in a row at this conference, and I've greatly enjoyed it from the standpoint of ASHRAE and also my engineering firm. I find the topics as an engineer and owner of an engineering firm very pertinent, and I'm sure this time I also will bring back great takeaways just like I did last year. And for those of you that don't know, ASHRAE, which stands for the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating, and Air Conditioning Engineers, is an international organization of approximately 55,000 members with 190 chapters around the world. And our mission is to serve humanity by advancing the arts and sciences of heating, refrigerating, and air conditioning engineers, refrigeration, and their allied fields. And our vision is a healthy and sustainable built environment for all. We are a technical organization, not a lobbying organization. We produce standards and guidelines for building design and construction and fund almost $3 million a year in research and projects annually. We provide technical education, training, certifications, and provide technical guidance to government policymakers and officials around the world.
So a lot of synergy here.
Yes. Yep.
So Adam, can you kind of talk about how this all came about?
We were looking to expand, we had an MOU with ASHRAE, I don't know, about a decade ago, and we were talking internally about how can we expand helping all these businesses. And while ASHRAE was a natural fit, with ASHRAE on the technical side, providing a lot of guidance for businesses and how we do design, and CAMI and ACEC on the business side and on the advocacy side, along with leadership programs, there was just a lot of synergy on this is what firms in our organization need help with, and let's start to have a discussion on bringing this back together.
Great. And I think it's, again, I'm happy to have you both here today to talk about it. I think it's great that, Billy, you made it out. and that we continue this memorandum of understanding and just keep it going. I know you said a decade ago we had it. It's great to always, it's like getting married, right? You want to renew the vows. Let's keep it going. Keep it exciting. So we got the MOU. Adam, what else is coming up for CAMI? What can we expect in the coming year?
So in the coming year, we're having a lot of collaboration with our coalitions, both the Land Development Structural Coalition, along with small firms. We're talking about doing some joint education sessions with them. So areas of the business that flow across all of what we do, all of in the built environment.
Right.
And so that is exciting that we're moving forward on. And also through ACEC, we use a lot of products, right? At the conference with Bentley and Autodesk. And so I sit on a committee with Autodesk that we're talking about what's happening in our field.
Mm-hmm.
And that's specific to AI, large language models, and big data. So what is happening in that part of the business, what Autodesk is looking at, what other software packages are doing, and then what does that mean for the design firms?
Right.
And
right.
so there's a lot of design firms represented on that committee, and we're talking with Autodesk about what that looks like. Most likely a white paper will come out of that in the future. So that's an exciting involvement we have. Just education in general along the MVP world. We've been doing a lot with ASHRAE and then indoor air quality and infectious aerosol control. The energy guidelines that are always changing, both on a local and a federal standpoint, what that means for your business and what are the resources to help design it and deal with it. And also, there's just been an opportunity with our MOU that we're going to be collaborating and sharing at each other's conferences. And so ASHRAE, we're working to coordinate. ASHRAE has been gracious enough to offer us a education session at their winter conference, and we're working on scheduling that with them as part of this MOU.
Fantastic. And when is that conference? Do we have so if people could mark their calendar?
Yes, it's in early February.
Okay.
In Orlando.
All right, we'll drop it in the show notes. So anyone who wants to get more information about that event, they can certainly find it. And I want to thank you both for being on the show today. I think is there anything else you want to cover, Billy or
I did
Adam,
want to maybe
Sure.
Further emphasize just the synergies that we have.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I have maybe a few points. So CAMI's an educator of engineering firm management, and ASHRAE is a provider of technical information for engineers. So both are critical to engineers in each of our organizations. And secondly, CAMI lobbies governments in the interests of engineering firms, and ASHRAE provides technical guidance to government officials. So together we can provide the most comprehensive guidance to our policymakers. And then third, CAMI provides engineering firms with the best legal guidance on decarbonization, minimizing indoor pathogens, and artificial intelligence. And then ASHRAE provides the technical guidance on these same topics. So again, both aspects are of critical importance to both of our memberships. So it seems like we have some really good opportunities for synergies here.
Absolutely. I think that just reinforcing that and letting everyone know where everything comes together between the two, it really makes that MOU even stronger. So thank you, Billy, for sharing that. Adam, as always, happy to have you on the show. And again, this has been an episode of Engineering Influence, the official podcast of the American Council of Engineering Companies. We'll catch you next time.